Welcome to EQ, The Difference Is You. I'm Lindsay Bishop, Training and Media Associate at Westchester University, and EQ Survivor and Thriver. Before we get started, I want you to think about someone who you have known personally that you would describe as an exceptional leader. What was it about them that stood out to you? Was it a quality, a characteristic, or even a behavior? Press pause and think about your answer. Welcome back. So how did you characterize your exceptional leader quality? Did it fit in with a hard skill, such as an IQ or technical skill? Or was it a soft skill, such as emotional intelligence? 95% of the answers that I would receive in a traditional classroom instruction are emotional intelligence-related traits, such as optimism, calmness during chaos, flexibility, self-awareness, or empathy. Now that you are familiar with some of the traits that make up emotionally intelligent people, you may be thinking, well, what's in it for me? By being emotionally intelligent, you will become flexible when faced with change. You'll be able to help others express their needs, and you can solve problems by using both logic and feelings. You will learn how to respond to difficult people both calmly and thoughtfully while keeping an optimistic and positive outlook. And you will continuously learn how to improve yourself and your team. Emotional intelligence has been proven to increase performance, productivity, and both employee and customer satisfaction. It also aids in recruitment and retention of employees. As you can see in this chart, emotional intelligence is more than twice as important as IQ in all jobs and almost 4 times more important in leadership-related positions. Upon seeing this picture, how did you feel? What emotions came over you? If your heart rate increased and your hair started to stand up, you may have been presented with emotional hijacking. Emotional hijacking is the fight or flight response. There's a whole science behind emotional hijacking, but put simply, it's when your body takes over your mind and your emotions override your thoughts. This produces the initial reaction that your body takes upon seeing a snake. Just as a snake may trigger an emotional response, words and thoughts of others can also spark a similar reaction. Emotional intelligence helps us understand our emotions, take control of them, and respond appropriately in different situations. Author and psychologist Daniel Goleman brought the theory of emotional intelligence to life nearly 20 years ago and is now considered the father of emotional intelligence. He has written several books on the topic, and his research shows that those with high emotional intelligence have mastered these 5 major areas, including self-awareness, self-regulation, internal motivation, empathy, and social skills. This table outlines the major areas of emotional intelligence. It includes the characteristics of self and social awareness, as well as self and relational management. Coming up, we'll take a look further into each of these areas. But first, I'd like you to take a look at this list of characteristics. Pause the video and write down which ones apply to you. You may even want to ask a close friend or coworker to choose which characteristics they perceive in you. Now, take a look at the list and see which areas you excel in and which areas you have room to grow. I need you to do something for me.
Okay.
Can you stack these as high as you can?
Okay.
Go ahead. You have 30 seconds.
Okay.
You can only use one hand.
Okay.
And once you set it, you have to forget it.
Okay.
There's no going.
All right.
10 seconds.
Okay. Come on.
Alright, just
Okay.
that's enough. So, how did that make you feel?
Frustrated
Frustrated, and why was that?
because they wouldn't stack up straight.
Okay.
I only had 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And you weren't giving me a lot of support there.
Okay, so as your leader, what do you think I could have done differently?
You could have supported me and helped me figure out how to get these to stack up straight
Okay.
and give me more time.
Alright. So, given that,
And maybe use my other hand.
use your other hand.
Yeah.
Okay, so given that, do you want to try it out with
Sure.
the same rules?
Okay.
Alright.
I'm gonna have
same
30
rules
seconds?
apply. 30 seconds, one-handed.
Okay.
And then set it and forget it.
Okay.
Alright, ready?
Got it.
Go. Doing good. got 25 seconds. See, now you're a pro.
Yeah.
You got it. You have 15 seconds.
Okay.
Take your time.
Mm-hmm. It's like Tinky Winks.
Yay!
Awesome.
Good job.
And
Great.
it stays up.
Yay! So, the whole point of this activity was to test your, oh, look at that. You did great. Extra. So, the whole point of that was to test your emotional intelligence, and you actually did pretty good. A lot of people would have given up the first time and got really frustrated, and so I think you did really great.
Oh, thanks.
If you were in Anne's situation, how would you have handled it? Would you have remained emotionally intelligent? Starting today, I want you to think about the things that you can do differently in order to increase your job satisfaction and everyday communication. Self-management is a key part of emotional intelligence. You must be flexible to change. If you can't manage change well, emotional intelligence becomes a challenge to obtain. You have to be able to get yourself through change in order to get your team through as well. This can be seen in Virginia Satire's change model. The initial stage is the late status quo. This is when a group has stayed the same for a while, knows what to do, and how to do it. Stage 2 is when a change element comes along and threatens the group's structure. Members of the group start to resist this change, and denying, avoiding, and blaming begins. In stage 3, uncertainty arises. The group enters chaos as they try to manage the change. People become anxious and vulnerable, and the group performance starts to plummet. At this time, members need help focusing on their emotions and acknowledging their fear in order to make the change successful. Stage 4 is integration and transition. Members start to realize the benefits of change and become more engaged. Performance improves more rapidly and morale increases. This leads to a new status quo where the group and the environment come out stronger than ever before. Seeing change as an opportunity and being flexible to change is important to successfully navigate change for both you and your team. To help move you and your team through uncertainty, you can choose to analyze the forces that both keep you from getting where you want to be and the ones that push you towards it. A force field analysis is a useful decision-making technique that helps analyze the forces that restrain and drive change. You can download a free tool at mindtools.com. I'm going to ask you to pause the video once again. On a sheet of paper, describe a change that your department is currently being faced with in a box in the middle of the page. In a column on the left-hand side, write down the forces for change, your driving forces. And on the right side, the forces against it, those restraining forces. These forces can be people, situations, processes, anything. Go ahead and pause to do your analysis. Welcome back. Now that you have laid out your restraining and driving forces, I want you to pause once more and really brainstorm ways to strengthen those driving forces and weaken the restraining ones. Now that you have identified ways to manage change through self-management, social awareness is another key factor in emotional intelligence. Being socially aware means understanding what others want and how they are feeling in order to communicate with them in a way that meets their needs. You need to have empathy, which is the ability to not only recognize other people's emotions, but attempt to really understand and relate to them. You need to have organizational awareness and understanding of the culture, dynamics, and structure of the people within the organization. You also need to have service orientation, which is the ability to really understand and meet the needs of customers. In addition to being socially aware, it's important to have relationship management. At the end of the day, your team shares a common goal, and you need to work together in order to get there. It's important to get to know where each person is coming from and adapt to their styles. The self-profile is an assessment tool designed to reveal styles of interaction that occur within ourselves and those around us. Taking this assessment will allow you to identify your unique style of interaction and understand other people's communication styles. It also allows you to predict how you or others may respond in a given situation and improve the communication you have with others with different styles. This knowledge will allow you to work better and cooperate with the people who you come into contact with on a daily basis. As a new employee of WCU, this assessment really set the stage for me moving forward. I was able to see where my strengths and weaknesses were and see how my communication style matched up with others. I realized that some people may perceive me as energetic, enthusiastic, and open, while others may find me overbearing, restless, and impatient. This is not a bad thing. This information allows me to assess each situation and adapt my style to those around me in order to work best with them. Many teams do this assessment to see where each person falls and how to best adapt to others with different styles. The self-profile works with any work relationships, whether it's customer service, a boss and an employee, or working as a team with those at the same level as you. It will allow you to collaborate, influence, and develop each other as a team. To take the assessment for free, or to get the self-assessment and a 20-page workbook for just $10, visit www.nationalseminarstraining.com. Again, that's www.nationalseminarstraining.com. If you'd like us to facilitate a communications retreat, including the self-profile, please email us at orgdev@wcupa.edu. I hope you were able to understand the importance of awareness both individually and in a group, as well as self and relationship management. If you are in a situation and need help assessing how to best handle it, give us a call at 610-738-0476. Again, I'm Lindsay Bishop, Training and Media Associate at WCU, and I encourage you to be the difference by applying and sharing what you learned today.